Here we go for the kickoff video, Motors and Muscle. I'm Michael Lee. What I got today is an Evil Energy fuel pressure regulator kit. It's going to be for my 5.3 GMC Sierra. I got a Pro Charger bolted to, running about 10 pounds of boost. I'm going to start out by going over this kit and what I've got here. All right, here's our kit. We have an Evil Energy fuel pressure regulator. Comes with the gauge, obviously. Several fittings, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and straight. It's got a few adapters here. It also comes with about 10 foot of the fuel line. I have an extra 10 I had previous to purchasing the kit. I got some vacuum hose. And this little bad boy right here actually is for old school vehicles with cruise control. And what it does is it's going to allow the vacuum to pull, but once it reaches boost, it's not going to push back, which would make our regulator malfunction. I'm coming in hot. I got the line, got my tools ready. In theory, I wouldn't want to put the regulator here where everybody seems to like doing it, because if it malfunctions or anything goes wrong whatsoever, the diaphragm pops, the vacuum line comes off, the fuel leaks out of it, any type of fuel leak, it's going to drip right on the manifold and it'll be all for naught. Everything will burn. So I'm going to try to attempt to put it as far to the right as I can. I got my fuel pump relay there. I'll move this out of the way, and then I'll probably take my fuse panel off and get back up in there and mount it way up in here. If I can mount it right on that firewall right there and pull the hose right along the frame and bring it right up for the return, it would be perfecto. Yeah, so right now we're down Florida. This bad boy came from up north. A little bit of rust here and there, but we're going to work with it. I cheated a little bit here and cracked these with the impact I had. It was too tall to get this this electric ratchet in. If you leave them there, they won't get lost, right? Leave them in, they won't get lost. So, moving into here. Oh yeah. Boom. Right there. We'll mount this baby right here. Some self taps, a little bit of space so we can adjust it. We're going to bring our primary into the inlet, and then we'll go with a 90 and bring up under, well, maybe back up over probably would be better, and over to our engine here. So the reason I came in hot with the fuel line here was to get a measurement. So we're going in, leave a little bit of breathing room here. Now you already know we're going to do this the professional way. I'll get a little bit of tape up on there. Check that out. Work it like a pro. Boom. One line. So we're going to make another one just like it, but a little bit longer. So probably about 4 inches longer. And that'll do us up. It must have took me 45 minutes to find this. And I probably could have had this done already. Anyway, not going to pretend I'm a pro at this or anything. But this does have wire mesh inside of it. It is steel braided. So we're going. And I'm about to measure up for the second one here. Like I said before, we're going to go. And we're going to give it some extra here. The more the merrier. If you do it every day and it makes you feel good, go buy the fucking tool. If not, you bottom that out. You can can kind of see there's a seat in there. You bottom it out in there. Push that bad boy down on it. And the rest is kind of self-explanatory. Run that bad boy down on it, and then you got a fitting. I'd be lying to you if I told you that was a good time making these lines. Essentially, you get it where you want it, you strip it, you slide the cap on, you pop this bad boy over top of it. Just trying to make me look like a goddamn fool with you looking. Tighten it up, and the rest is history. Well, let's get to mounting it on the truck. This ought to be great. Here we are. We're all ready. Let's get this bad boy mounted, get this vacuum line around. All right. Got our fittings. This is going to be for our primary to connect into our 3/8. This is going to be our loop around to go back to the fuel rail. This comes with a nice female. You put it in there, there's a little groove, boom. It's going to lock it in. 50. Okay. Give it a little turn there so it got some space. Okay, now we're going to do this vacuum line real quick since it's here. This is coming out of the intake. I got a T here. I got a boost gauge right here. This goes inside of the truck. We want intake pressure going into that boost gauge because once the turbo builds up, that's going to build pressure and that's going to show boost. What we don't want is that pressure from the boost blowing back into the blow-off valve or to the fuel pressure regulator. So by doing this vacuum block, it's a check ball that lets it go out, or in rather, and not back out. So we're tight. Tight. Go ahead and put this one on. And we're in. We're going to go ahead. Get this out of the way. We're going to plug it in our 3/8. That's good. Now we'll get our fuel line. Run it in. Nice and smooth. Come around this. We're gonna have that bad boy go in. All right, y'all. So here's the deal. Here's my return line. I came up too short. No fear. I got the blue pill right here. Gonna add on a little bit extra here and get our return hooked up, and then we'll adjust our regulator. All right, let's be thankful for our aftermarket easy access race panel in our bed. Here we are, we got our return, we got everything all hooked up. Let's see what we got. If you look there, we're at about 58. Got our screw turned in pretty good. Way more snappy. Everything worked pretty good. Got the fuel pressure set at about 55, somewhere in there. Truck seems to run better, it starts better, it idles better. Throttle response is off the chart. I got to take it into a couple pulls and we'll see what it does. Other than that, I would say it's a successful install. Stay tuned for some more build videos. We're just getting started. This is one of the first through in, through out videos with the tripod and all the little bells and whistles. So bear with me here. I'll try to make them better as I go. But thanks for watching and subscribe.